Riding the Victory Octane. Victory introduced the Octane to the motorcycle press on the eve of Daytona Bike Week in Florida. We had a chance to take the Octane down the drag strip at Orlando's Speed World and try the handling in an obstacle course and an open stunt riding area. The next day we got to do the typical bike week thing of riding down Main Street in Daytona. So can the Octane do a killer rolling burnout? Yeah, but I'm not going to dwell on that. In spite of what Victory's marketing gurus may say, most riders who buy an Octane are not planning to go stunting or racing. They're probably like you and me and like to hot rod around on a bike from time to time, but mostly ride on the street and turn up the wick when law enforcement appears scarce. The Octane felt very scout-like to me. See the similar specs in our previous story, but the Octane felt a hair better in most categories. Vic shored up a few areas of concern I mentioned when I reviewed the Scout, and left others unaddressed. On the positive side, revised cams and heads woke this powerplant right up. I'm pretty sure the bump up to 1200cc is an exercise in nomenclature. 5mm of bore won't affect much. Discuss in the comments how silly you think I am. There's more power, and right where you need it in the rev range. The gearing is noticeably shorter, thanks to different sprockets on the belt final drive, and that makes the Octane feel much more aggressive and responsive. The Octane also seemed to handle better, which is probably due to the different tires and wheels. I was able to rash up foot pegs and exhaust shields far more confidently than I could on the Scout. The brakes are still just adequate, because they are unchanged. Same deal with the suspension. If you're my size and you score an Octane, you could change the front springs and throw better brake pads on it. The chopper builder inside of me says if you wanna shoot the moon, grab a late model sport bike front end and machine a new stem for it so you can install it on your Octane. Warning, that's pro-level stuff there. Possible, but not easy or cheap. In stock form, the Octane comes with budget shocks and springs on the rear, but I didn't get to try them because our test units had upgraded Victory remote reservoir shocks, $699.99, which were delightful. The aftermarket will probably be along shortly with an awesome alternative that costs less, but if you don't want to wrench and cost is not a problem, tell your dealer to install the piggyback units before you pick up your new Octane. They're great. My two notable qualms with this bike are Scout holdover problems. The first is the seat. The saddle is not bad at all, but the combination of the feet forward riding position and the shape of the seat locks you into one position, which is fine for short rides but gets old after a while. The second is the soft turn signal cancel switch. You have to hold the button for just a touch longer than a mechanical switch forces you to. However, if you hold it too long, your hazards come on. I spent 2 days telling everyone around me my lane change was finished by using four-way flashers. This was not intentional. All in all, I found the Octane to be a fine mount. There's no denying that. But a muscle bike it ain't. Harley-Davidson Veer rods, Yamaha Maxes, and Suzuki M109 RS are longer, more powerful, and more expensive. But at the price, $10,499, the Octane approaches the Yamaha FZ09 in terms of its value proposition. The bang for the buck factor is quite high. There's a lot of bike here for the price. If one assesses the Octane against the illusions the Victory marketing team cooked up, it disappoints. Rather than judge the Octane a poor bike, I'd instead just say that Victory has an overzealous marketing team. The Octane is a platform bike, and that cannot be escaped. However, it is a very good platform bike. If you want a super fun, quick, and reasonably light cruiser, the Octane is awesome. If you want some sort of Pikes Peak replica machine, know that the only similarity between the Project 156 bike and the Octane is the mill, and even that's probably very different.